Good morning, students. In the last online section, we have covered all type of numbers, and we have studied mainly four type of numbers in our last online class. If you haven't seen this video yet, it is very necessary to see that video first, and then you can start from this video. In our last class, we have learned a positive integer. I have told you that positive integers comes in a right side on a number line. As you can see at right words, +1, +2, +3, +4, +1, +2, +3, +4, and so on. All these positive integers comes under z plus, or I have also told that z plus or positive integer is also known as a natural number. The second thing you have learned is a negative integer z minus. Again, I will revising that all the leftward values from a 0, -1, -2, -3, -1, -2, -3, -4, and so on up to what? Up to infinity. So that all negative values comes under negative integer, that is z minus. The third thing we have learned is 0 does not comes under positive integer also and does not comes under negative integer also. So 0 is an integer which is not even positive or negative. Okay. The last thing we have learned in a last online session was a whole number. I told you, when you are adding a 0 to the positive integers, that bundle or that bag is known as a whole number. Positive integer starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on, whereas whole number starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and so on. So that is the only difference between positive integer and a whole number. Now I do have a question for you. Every positive integer is a whole number, yes or no? Yes, because positive integer is having 1, whole number is also having 1. Positive integer is having 2, whole number is also having 2. Positive integer is having 3, whole number is also having 3, and so on. So all the positive integers comes under whole number, yes or no? So definitely we can say every positive integer is a whole number, but every whole number is a positive integer. You will say no. Why? Because 0 is the only number which comes under whole number but does not comes under positive integer. Yes? Other example you can say, in your hands you do have a nails, yes or no? So nail is a part of your hand, but hand is not a part of your nail. In the same way, positive integer is a part of a whole number, but whole number is not a part of a positive integer. Yes or no? Okay. So all these four brothers, positive integer, negative integer, 0 and a whole number, has one father. That father's name is a integer, that is z, that is denoted by z. In your textbook it is also mentioned that z is known for Zahlen number. Zahlen number means all the numbers which includes positive, negative as well as neutral. Neutral number is a 0. So is it clear? Okay. So all these four brothers has a father named integer, and that is been denoted by z. Okay. So father is also having a father, yes or no? So this grandparent of an integer, of a positive integer, is a rational number q. What is it? It is a rational number q. So you will ask, sir, we have understood positive integers means all the positive, +1, +2, +3. Negative integers means all the negative, -1, -2, -3 and so on. 0 is stand alone, that is a neutral number 0. But what about a rational number? How can we identify it is a rational number or not? So I will say it very easy. Any number which can be write in the form of p upon q, any number which can be write in the form of p upon q, that means numerator upon denominator, that number is known as a rational number. Suppose 3 by 2, 3 upon 2. So 3 is the numerator and 2 is the denominator. So this numerator denominator pair can be known as a rational number. Yes or no? So now you will ask, sir, rational number is a grandparent of positive integer. That means every positive integer is a rational number. Yes or no? Yes. Why is it so? Because when you are talking about plus 1, when you are talking about integer, positive integer, plus 1, that plus 1 can also be write as a plus 1 by 1. Yes or no? So is it in the form of p upon q? So every, now you will ask, sir, what about plus 2? So plus 2 can be also write as a plus 2 by 2. Plus 3 can be also write as a plus 3 by 3, or you can say plus 6 by 2. In the so many ways you can write every positive integer in the form of p upon q. So every positive integer is a rational number. Yes. Every negative integer is a rational number. Yes. So 0 is a rational number. Yes. Because 0 you can write it as a 0 upon 1. 0 upon 2, 0 upon 3, everything has the same answer 0. Yes or no? So all the positive integer is a rational number, all the negative integer is a rational number, 0 is a rational number, whole numbers is a rational number. So all these four comes under the great grandfather, that is a rational number. Yes or no? Okay. We can understand that by another means also. You do have a whole of your body. Suppose your hand is a part of your body, but your body is not a part of your hand. In the same way, positive integer is a part of a rational number, but not every rational number is a part of a positive integer. Yes or no? So what can I say? Positive integer is a rational number, negative integer is a rational number, 0 is a rational number, whole is a rational number, even all the integers is a rational number. But all integers are not positive integers, all integers are not negative integers, all integers are not 0, all integers are not whole number. In the same way, all rational numbers are not positive integers, all rational numbers are not negative integers, all rational numbers are not 0, all rational numbers are not whole number. So there is a big difference. My body has each and every part, right? I am a owner of this body. So hand is part of my body, but my body is not a part of my hand. Similarly, nail is a part of a hand, but hand is not a part of nail. In the same way, in the number system also, we can classify these things. Okay? Now, the rational number has another cousin brother, that is irrational number. What is it? Irrational number. There is best concept behind irrational number, and that is very interesting to know about irrational number. It is very complicated, and with addition to that, irrational numbers are most favorite for a scientist. Every scientist loves irrational number. So you will ask, sir, what is there in an irrational number? Can you say which are the irrational numbers? So you have already learnt in a previous standard, you have learnt about pi. You know about pi. Yes or no? You were taking the value of pi as a 22 upon 7. Yes or no? Okay. So that pi is an example of irrational number. So you will again ask, sir, you have told pi is an irrational number, but how it is different from a rational number? So I will say irrational number are those when you are iterate them, when you are divide them, their division becomes limitless. you will never get the remainder as a zero, and the pattern of a numbers are non-repeatable. Such numbers are not known as irrational number. We will discuss it in a next online section. But irrational number has a two quality. First is it is non-terminating. Non-terminating means when you are dividing a number with some number, iteration keeps on going. You will never get a remainder as a zero. Such number and the pattern of their values are non-repeating. None of the number is repeating. So such numbers are known as irrational number. So rational number has a cousin brother, that is irrational number. This rational number and irrational number has a father, that is real number. Real number is a great grandfather of rational number and irrational number. Okay. So now real number has another cousin, that is imaginary number. You just have to know it. Your syllabus comes from a rational number, so you don't have to worry about it. You just have to remember rational, irrational and integers. Real number and imaginary number comes in a 11th standard, so you don't have to worry about it now. But it is very important to know from where we are starting all these numbers. So real number and imaginary number has a father, that is complex number C. Okay. So we have studied all these numbers. So according to that, we do have a exercise in your book. I suggest you all to open your exercise in your textbook, which is example 1, that asks about are the following statements are true or false. Give reasons for your answer. That is example 1. The first question they are asking is, every whole number is a natural number. Every whole number starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and natural number starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So not every whole number is a natural number. Why? Because in a whole number 0 is there, but in a positive integer or natural number 0 is not there. So the statement given is false. So we can say that every whole number is not a natural number. In spite, every natural number is a whole number. The second statement is every integer is a rational number. So you will say every integer is a rational number. Son from a father, obviously each and every integer is a rational number, but not every rational number is an integer. You got my point? Very good. Now, third, every rational number is an integer. Every rational number is an integer. Father to son? No. Son to father? Yes. Not every rational number is an integer, but every integer is a rational number. Now I will request you to open exercise 1.1, question number 4. They are also asking the same thing. State whether the following statements are true or false. Give reasons to your answer. First is every natural number is a whole number. Every natural number is a whole number. As we know, natural number starts from 1, 2, 3 and so on. Whole number starts from 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So definitely every positive integer is a whole number. So the statement is true. Second, every integer is a whole number. Every integer is a whole number. Father to son? No. When this comes from father to son, it is big no. Because if every integer is a whole number, what about 0 negative integer? Because 0 and negative 0 comes under whole number. Positive integers comes under whole number. But negative integer does not comes under whole number. So we can say that the statement is false. Not every integer is a whole number. In spite, you can say living negative numbers, every integer is a whole number. Okay. So the second statement is also false. Third statement. Every rational number is a whole number. Every rational number is a whole number. Grandfather to son. Big no. False. Why? Because it comes under positive integers is the whole number. 0 is the whole number, but negative integer is not a whole number. Plus rational number like 3/5 is not a whole number. Okay? Okay. Now see exercise 1.1 first. Is 0 is a rational number? Obviously. Why 0 is a rational number? Because for a 0 you can write 0/1, that is 0. 0/2, that is 0. 0/3, that is 0. So 0 is definitely a rational number. Okay? Okay. So I am keeping our online session up to this. From next class I will start some problems. I hope you can complete this exercise example 1 and 1.1.1 and 1.1.4 by yourself as we have discussed. And there are so many questions you can make out by yourself by asking yourself a doubt, because grandfather can be a son, father can be a son, great grandfather can be a son, or great grandfather can be a grandfather. But not every son can be a father, not every father can be a grandfather. So the flow of process will be always from left to right. Whatever question is asked to you from left to right will be always true, and whatever question which will be asked to you from right to left will most probably wrong. Okay, so we will keep it up to here only. If you have any doubt, you can comment it below. I will see it and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much.